We're already at the halfway point of 2023, and I think we established a long time ago that time isn't real, so I shouldn't be surprised at all at this point. What I can say is that the magic of 2022 K-pop has also seeped into this year's comebacks. I'll be doing my usual top 10 favourites, but I'll also mention some honourable mentions as well. Like I said, there have been many good ones this year already. Obvious disclaimers ahead. This is just my opinion and what I think. We have different personal standards when it comes to something as subjective as music, and if you have an affinity for getting upset at opinions different from yours, like not seeing your favourite comeback on this list, this isn't for you, but I have great other videos that I'm sure you will enjoy. This is all for fun as K-popers fan, and I'd love to hear your favourite comebacks this year so far in the comments. It's a simple, fun pop song that sets the mood perfectly. I also love the music video as it had a clear story, plus the camera work and production was great. They really do treat Crayon in these scenes as a soloist really well and not regurgitating solo shots from group music videos. Also, that choreography gives me life, one of the best performances of this year so far. This missed out on my top 10 narrowly, but this was also a comeback I was thinking the most on how to talk about it. Unforgiven is fine. It has some fun bits and I have had fun with it. The Nile Rodgers features would have been great if they actually used him well, and sometimes this just does feel like a B-side of I.T.Z.'s Not Shy album. That's not being shaded at all, and that's not even a bad thing. I love that album. It is great, probably one of the best I.T.Z.Y albums, and has some of their greatest B-sides. It is really good. It just means that this title track just feels held back and doesn't give me that oomph that a title track gives me. The music video was also just fine. It didn't really reflect the great concept photos that we got, other than the wings bit and some the burn bits, which kind of goes into the whole burning the bridge burnt concepts and theme they had throughout this comeback, but I was definitely wanting a lot more in parts of it. But then who cares about what I didn't like when there's so much else to enjoy? The concept photos were great, the choreography was so much fun, and the mini album, other than Fear Not, all the songs are amazing. I don't think I need to remind you about how amazing Eve's Psych and Bluebeard's Wife is, how revolutionary it is. It is Song of the Year material. This is what Enhypen is to me. They are vampires or some sort of immortal creatures that sometimes escape into our world as these angel-like beings that can dance and sing really well. Give and Taken gave me that, Drunk Days gave me that, and some of their other comebacks have given me that vibe as well. But this fully goes for it. This really shows Enhypen's full strengths. And Bite Me just proves that, and I love the song. The gothic setting with the pearls and the subtle blood and the bites is a great concept for them. The choreo is fun, and I don't care that the heterosexuals get mad that they're dancing with women. It works with the concept so well, as vampires kind of seducing and hypnotising people is great. I wish this was longer, a lot longer, as this song being only 2.5 minutes does hinder it a lot. And I also don't know where to stand with the chanting bit either. Slow it down, make it bounce. I'm not gonna lie, this is only here as it's very recent and I haven't spent enough time with it, but so far this is amazing. It's also one of my favourite music videos because of the aspect ratio and how much fun they're having. I love it when you just see idols having fun performing because it just makes you feel happy as well. And this is probably going to be one of my favourites this year. I give a second chance to you, babe. These success aside, this is a joyful little bop. I like how this feels like it's floating on clouds, and it feels like the early spring afternoon tea parties. You always see songs about falling in love for the first time or talking about the many lovers you've had, but talking about your second crush, now that is new. I like it, it's fun, but you need to listen to Tell Me from the debut album now. That is great. First thing, High Up, give them a full album. Second thing, this is just full on cute. All the girls are having fun, Sion and Yoon are angels, and I love the hot pinks and purples throughout this comeback. People asked for fun and bright concepts again, and Stacey delivered. Third thing, High Up, give them a full album. I I love it when artists switch it up. Yena's Smiley and Smartphone ruled the roost for serotonin boosting comebacks last year, which gave me life. The switch up of the concepts in Love War is what I needed. Not only that, but I just love how she went towards the R&B inspired route with a booming bass line as it creates such a funky but soft vibe for this comeback. Despite talking about the problems with love, Yena's snarky and confident edge in Love War is what is needed, and also B.O.Y is becoming a feature king and he is killing it on it as well. The harmonies are amazing on the song. This comeback is good, and I feel like I could just talk about how much I loved it and it would just, you know, get the point across. But I just cannot ignore that something feels missing from this. The amuse-bouche, the je ne sais quoi, a little just, it just doesn't hit the heights that Twice songs normally do it for me. Moonlight Sunrise was a great pre-release and I love the vibes with it. I actually have no problems with it at all, I love it. The choreo, styling and music video are all on point. Set Me Free I also enjoyed, but it also feels like a song that Twice would have released 2 or 3 years ago. Like, it felt a bit predictable for them, and I wish they had something a bit more, like, I guess, innovative, like I know the girls deserved and can do. I also cannot shake it off that the first lines in the verses feel so heavenly auto-tuned to make it completely perfect for the girls' voices, and it just sounds really awkward as well. It was still enjoyable, like Momo and Jihyo could stamp on me and I would thank them for it. And the mini album did take me a little bit to warm up to, but Blame It On Me and Crazy Stupid Love are really, overall, I really did enjoy the comeback, but it just wasn't blowing me away. Oh yeah, and now Jihyo is probably my bias now due to circumstances. Just want to put that out there. This is the energy I need this year. I learnt the choreo right away and I always find myself dancing to it every day. When you have a music video referencing the film White Chicks, it's going to be interesting. I know the lyrics and message had some people up in arms and I get it. This does have some deeper message and the lyrics are supposed to be satirical, and if people understand that, they still don't have to like that, by the way. I mean, I'm quoting other people there because I still love this comeback, but I'm just saying it's valid if people think that as well. And the clip of Yuki saying my boob and booty hot just stays in my mind constantly. Will this get my video demonetized? Love me like this, love me like that, love me like this, love me like that. I am currently having an NMIX revolution and this could not have come at a more perfect time. Love Me Like This is everything NMIX should be doing. It is quintessential girl group pop and reminds you of girl group anthems from the early to mid 2010s. NMIX have that energy and they also have the vocal talent to back it up, and Love Me Like This has me dancing all around the room. It is so fun to dance to, and the progression in the production as well as in the chorus and the constant high energy throughout is amazing. I'm so excited for the future and their upcoming release. Cause I'm too spicy for your heart, fire. This one definitely was a grower. I felt nothing towards the song nor the album other than Welcome to My World, and that was it. Then seemingly I woke up from whatever reality I was in and I saw Karina in the final chorus of the music video. Then I saw the light. I miss these iconic flamboyant looks that perfectly captures each member's styles in like groups in general. I'm obsessed with Spicy and I love the tongue-in-cheek nod to the mid-2000s iconic pop stars and chick flicks through a modern lens. Kwangya must give you the highest self-esteem because high school settings never make normal people feel good. Aespa has landed and we will all bow down to them. The mini album is also great and it feels like the right progression for them. I'm really excited for their next release, which also better be an album because damn it, if SM isn't ever going to give us Red Velvet 3 then that we've waited for over 5 years at this point, then at least Aespa should get one. This coming out early this year was a godsend. I mean, it was literally a sign from the gods that the comeback this year would be great. From the first seconds those concept photos dropped, I knew I'd be strapped in for the sugar rush ride. I love the mystery and the supernatural essence of the song. The music video feels like a darker version of the Blue Hour world, but I'm just still as intrigued. The whistle doesn't help either, and the mix of gimme gimme more and the adrenaline of the funky beat is giving Britney Spears a run for her money. I have a fanfic-worthy love and hate relationship with the anti-drop in the chorus. Sometimes I see it coming and I'm fine with it, other times I forget and I'm like, oh, it's fun. But I feel like it would have been a bit more effective if the anti-drop was only in the last chorus to build up to it better. The mini album was also amazing and carried this year a lot. How is it possible to have a flawless discography and a flawless first album? I.Dle were one of the new groups that ruled last year, so the release of their first album was very much anticipated. Kitsch was a fantastic pre-release, and I Am is this energy-filled boosting anthem that will make you feel you can do whatever, except for jumping out of a plane. I'm sorry, Wonyoung, I'm never doing that. This album is phenomenal with highlights of like Blue Blood, Heroin, Hypnosis, Cherish, and so much more. This is one of the perfect first debut full albums anyone could have. People should be taking notes. And now I owns a colour scheme of black and white now. I just want to put that out there. By now you should know how much I love Stray Kids. So if they release anything good, I'm probably going to love it, as I love what they do and I am on board with what they do, so I'm going to probably enjoy what they do more than others. That's it. Stray Kids are a rare case in the industry, as they do have their own niche when it comes to their title tracks. They experiment a lot, using EDM as their foundation and then mix it in with other genres, taking it to a new level. They sometimes switch it up, but I can understand why for a lot of people it's hard to follow where they're going into a lot of songs, especially their title tracks at first. For me, it's good. I love it. I love Changbin, I'm just saying. The mix of trap and old 90s hip-hop beats reaches an area of my brain that I didn't know existed, and I'm just so thankful. The music video and the styling is also on point. Swerving, I'm speeding on Serpent Road goes so hard, but it's the right energy for a song called S-Class in an album called 5 Star. I would talk about the album in full, but we'd be here all day, so I will just say that I think it's perfection. How is it possible for him to get better each time? It feels like this time August is facing his fears and being truthful with himself. The album is full of pain, but it feels cathartic and relieving. It starts off full throttle, but by Amygdala, it softens and you feel the raw emotion come through, and it just feels so different. Higum and Dichita are cut from the same cloth, but it's now moved to present day. August versus Sugar in full swing. There is so much going on in the music video, so I feel like shoving a little review in this will just be disrespectful to it. So that will probably be a video idea for another day. It is phenomenal, and it's even better that Yoongi got to perform this on his own solo tour, reaching the full capability of his artistry and showing why he has always been a force to reckon with. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. Not only does this mean a lot to me personally and holds a lot of emotional weight, but I also just finished writing and recording a 7,000 word video that I've been promising for so long, and that will have all my thoughts and explanations in it. Like Crazy is beautiful but heartbreaking. The way it plays with opposites in its cinematography, mise-en-scène and lighting is mind-blowing, and the lyrics are even better with all of those. Set Me Free Part 2 is also a perfect release of Jimin's power and emotions after the last grueling 3 years, and deserves all the success and happiness he got from this. Whilst it definitely took some thinking on what could be first, Like Crazy just got me.